Yo, what's up, guys? A topic that I really wanted to touch up on is box truck rentals and whether I think it's a good idea to rent or not. And you're gonna see a lot of different YouTube videos giving you different answers on this. Uh, and I'm also gonna give input on my personal experience with the rentals. I actually rented two trucks out for my first 3 months of business. So, in short, the answer is yes and no, and really, it all depends on the contract that you get for your rentals. So, I would say in terms of pricing, especially right now with how expensive diesel is. As you know, some places diesel is almost $7 in some states. I mean, it might be $6 here and there, but some states, like I'm in California, it's $7 over here where I'm at. With the price of diesel going up and the prices of trucks being at an all time high, the rental prices are increased right now too. So I would say if you're looking to do a rental box truck, it does have its pros and cons. Like some of the pros being you don't have to do the maintenance on the truck yourself. You don't have to worry if something, of course, if the truck breaks down, you just call Penske roadside. It's 24 hours, 7 day a week. If the battery dies, they'll come turn it on for you. Another pro too is like, let's just say you're new to the business and you just want to test the waters out and you're not making 100% commitment to this business and you want to try it out. A rental is also a good decision in that case. Some cons is it's very expensive to rent out as opposed to like if you're doing a finance. Um, so one thing I would definitely recommend if you're going to get a rental at all, I mean, just know it's very competitive to get these rentals right now, and a lot of the rental companies are going to take advantage of that. And one thing you don't want to do is get a contract that's going to leave you breaking even or with no money in your pocket. So just in terms of right now, it's almost going to be July 2022. I would say if you're looking for a rental contract, you don't want to go any higher than $800 a week for the rental, and you don't want to go any higher than 25 cents per mile. If you find yourself going any higher, just know it's going to be very, very tough for you to succeed in this business right now, especially with the prices. And as you know, a lot of brokers are lowballing rates at the moment. It's really tough for a lot of truckers right now. So just know if you're getting into the rental game to start off, that those are the things that you have to consider. Another thing too is that clock doesn't stop ticking on those payments. Whether you drive that truck or not, that weekly rental payment's going to come through. So for me, when I was renting out, I had to keep my trucks running nonstop, pretty much like only taking a day off, 2 days at a time, every 2 or 3 weeks. So just know that if you're going to go the rental route, you're going to have to run that truck a lot. Um, Also, too, I mean, I've never done local routes. I mean, I've had a few local routes in California, and I've had a lot of over the road routes because, as you know, I'm an over the road truck driver. I like to go from across the 48 states here. Um, for sure, if you're going to go the rental route, you have to absolutely be over the road. Like, local is not going to cut it to cover those expenses, especially with the price of diesel right now. So those are just a few things you should consider. Um, for me, my personal experience with the rentals, it wasn't very good. Of course, I was newer to this business. I got a bad pricing on my contract. I'm not going to say exactly who I rented out with for sake of not being at risk for slander, but I did have a pretty bad experience, unfortunately, just because the pricing came out higher than what was agreed to. I had certain discounts that weren't being applied. It was a bit of a mess, and I'm currently trying to figure that out as of now. But yeah, for me, the rentals ended up being very expensive. I personally wish that I would have started off financing a truck from the beginning, as opposed to renting out trucks. So, to put in short, I started realizing that I was estimating to pay only about 7 or 8 grand a month per truck. Ended up coming out to almost 12 grand a month per each truck that I was renting out. And I was pushing these trucks hard because I really wanted to make sure I wasn't falling underwater. So fortunately, I do have money saved up. So what I'm going to do right now, me and my business partner, we are going to be focusing on purchasing a truck and team driving it. So you figured if I was paying about $10,000 to $12,000 a month for the rentals and the trucks, it comes out to almost $24,000 a month. Whereas if I start off financing one truck, my monthly payments are going to be about $1,500, and I could team drive that truck and push the same volume I would have with the two rental trucks. So for me personally, it's going to be a better business decision to go the financing route. Of course, you're going to have other expenses like doing the maintenance on the trucks and things like that. So, I mean, fortunately for me, my business partner is a diesel mechanic. So, if we need to do any maintenance, I have a pretty large backyard. We can work on things here. But yeah, for me personally, I think the financing route is better right now, just because rental companies know how competitive it's getting, and they want to overcharge right now. Like if you get a contract and they want to charge you over $1,000 or $1,100 a month and over 30 cents per mile, you're not going to make very much money. Do not take that contract. Um, but right now, the price of trucks are going down a little bit. The truck I'm looking at right now is a Hino 268, 2017, and it's going for about 60 grand. Pretty nice truck. I actually went and took a look at it yesterday, and it runs great. Everything works fine on it, so we're probably going to purchase that truck. So, a few changes to the business. I'm pretty excited personally because, I mean, after seeing how much money I was giving to rental companies, it made me realize how much money I was really missing out on. I mean, over 2.5 months, 3 months, it's been almost 50 grand that I've paid to rental companies, and it's like that money could be in my pocket. So I figured, I mean, 50 grand, I could have paid off a truck in 3 months, you know? I felt like I was working for my rental company in a sense. So this is just some food for thought for you guys who are going to get into the game and you're thinking about renting. I know there's not a lot of clarity on what price point you should stay at, but I would say no more than $800 a week for the rental and no more than 25 cents a mile. Just trust me, if you're going to go any higher than that, it's going to be really tough for you in business right now, especially with the price of diesel and with the way a lot of brokers are. But that's just something to keep in mind. I mean, yeah, I mean, there is pros, of course. Like I said, if the truck breaks down or something like that, they'll swap it out for you. It's pretty convenient. But I mean, is it really worth the price point? I don't think so. Unless you do get a very competitive price, then go for it. But if you guys have any questions, comment down below. Or if you also want to reach out to me, I'll tag my Instagram in the description below. So if you guys even want to DM me, feel free to reach out. I tend to answer any questions you guys may have. But I do not do phone calls. Just another heads up. I have a lot of people ask me for phone calls. I do not have time for phone calls, unfortunately. But DM me. I'll get back to you. I don't mind helping out newer people to the business. I personally love this business. It's been a huge blessing for me. I've been able to see a lot of different states. I mean, I'm from California, and I got paid to see New York. It's great. So please, if you guys want any help, let me know. It is a very competitive business. You have to be ready to hustle and really be determined to put 14 to 16 hours a day into this business if you really want to succeed right now. I mean, one thing I could tell you is a lot of people think it's like a get rich quick business. No, it's not. It's going to be a lot of hard work. This is coming from somebody who left a management career at a sales office. I worked very hard before, but now I'm working even harder for myself. So just understand that it's very competitive right now, and if this is what you want to do, make sure you have a solid business plan. Make sure you have your numbers out. Make sure you know what you're gonna spend on. Make sure you know the average price of fuel, how many miles you're gonna expect to travel, what lanes are hot in your market. Make sure to check, if you can, get the DAT load board before you even start your business to check what loads are available. You don't want to be coming from a dead area like, I mean, if you're in Mississippi, I've noticed that that's a dead area, just as an example. So if you're starting this business, make sure you're in a hot spot. Me personally, I'm lucky I'm in California. I checked the load board and there's like 400 loads heading out of my area going every which way. So, do your research before, don't just jump into this. If you're looking for a rental, call multiple places. Don't just go with the first offer. Call somebody, get a quote, and then show that quote to the next rental place and see if they can compete with that, and keep going back and forth. But just be careful, you guys. This business is very expensive to get into. So, I mean, as I mentioned before, you want to have at least 15 grand saved up if you're going to be getting into the rental route. If you want to buy a truck, I would say have at least 25 or 30 grand saved up. So, you can purchase your truck and any other expenses to fix the truck in the beginning. But yeah, those are just my recommendations. Please, once again, if you have any questions, comment down below. Thank you, guys.